What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Kaiza-Sama, and we are back with another Dokkan Battle video. And in today's video, we are diving into the new update for the game. So we are no longer in the old update, the old format. We are now, we got new stuff to look at. So that is part of the reason why this video is a tad bit longer. We just have, just a lot more stuff in general to take a look at. And then we are going to hop into one of the new Redzone stages. Now, as you can see, we do have, the 10th anniversary special campaign. We had the broadcast and everything. Not too much new stuff as far as the news to look at within the game. Most of the new content that they want us to take a look at is really within the game itself. So as we can see, the bottom of the screen is looking a tad bit different now. I really like this new format as far as like the bottom. I mean, it's not like a huge change, but it is a tad bit of like a switch up. Because I do like to see the Super Saiyan, little icon right there. Not too much change as far as the summoning, banner type format. But we'll go ahead and get these tickets out of the way because I had no clue we were going to get these tickets. No, not really expecting too much. But couldn't hurt to hope for a little bit. But like I said, most of the new, stuff that they really want us to really take in is, once we actually get into playing the game, because that's where a lot of that, new format really takes place in. But we will see some different, formatting as far as, once we get to the actual like event pages and stuff. Not too much has changed with the shop. Everything's pretty much the same. Barber shop, pretty much the same. Yeah. So really, the homepage, it just has more of like this kind of like digital, like futuristic feel to the game now. So that is one thing that I do like, as we are now just on this new home screen for the game itself. And nothing really changed as far as how the teams are viewed, team listings, stuff like that. Do have a little bit, we do have a new loading screen. I actually do like the new loading screen, it gives it kind of like a nostalgic, kind of like, I don't know, like a Game Boy type vibe. Like the way the avatar is like pixelized, I guess. It gives it that nostalgic vibe. Now, this is a huge game changer. Awakening, events and challenge events are now separated. I was wondering, when is Dokkan just going to put like an actual scrolling button on the side? But I see they were basically like, you know what, we're not going to do that. We're just going to split them up completely. So this saves a hell of a lot more time on the whole scrolling aspect. Now, if you just need to awaken something, you can go to the awakening side. You want to get new challenges done, you can just come right over here. Now, we are going to be diving straight into the new Ultimate Redzone against, I think this is Goku's story. We do have more Redzone stages coming, more than likely, with part 2 of the anniversary coming in as well. So this feels like more of like a part 1 vibe as far as like the new Redzones that came into the game. But I am pretty psyched to hop in and basically show you guys what all has changed with the game now. This screen is pretty much the same. So we have 6 days until 10th anniversary. I'm pretty hyped. Now, as you can see, the bottom of the screen is looking completely different. Top part is pretty much the same, except we do have this menu button up here now. So you can pretty much go to all your stats. Same thing as far as the sounding and all that. Then you can go to items owned, possessions, and options. And then, of course, abandoned quest. Now, this is a major game changer when, we look at our own HP and whatnot. So let's hop right in and see. Yeah, we got a new versus screen now. That's pretty smooth. All right, now that movie is out of the way. Okay, so the enemy skill, screen and this passive skill screen has changed. Yeah, that looks completely different, even with those slides. Now, with our new battle screen, here we are. The enemy HP bar looks, more digitized, and so does our HP bar. Now, as you can see, you can still pull up your whole character roster as far as like foreseeing the next few turns that you want to see as far as like character linkage and whatnot. But mostly down on the bottom, you can just click on these, the next three character icons, and that will pop up. And then as far as the bottom, we do now have the percentage that you can look at when you're trying to figure out if you're below 70% and all that good stuff. So let's go in and activate the domain real quick. Okay, so even the damage numbers and like the KO screen is probably going to look different as well with that new font. So let's go ahead and get Broly transformed. All right, so one thing to really take into is that these key orbs are now a hell of a lot more shinier. Not shinier, but they're like brighter in the sense of like a special magical orb type of sense. Like it's hard to explain, but the orbs definitely light up. There's like a huge difference with the orbs, and I'm loving it honestly. Even when you like connect the orbs and you see that blast, like actually connect the orbs as it goes upwards, like that whole little effect. I love that. Now, as far as the effects, it does seem that like in the sped up mode, it does seem like the animation goes like a millisecond faster. I don't know if it's just me, if I'm tweaking or something, but it definitely looks like the animation itself goes just a smidge faster, just a smidge, to where like a huge difference isn't really able to be seen, but a few people out there might feel the same way that I feel. Now we did okay, so in Broly he dealt a lot of damage being that he's type disadvantage, so that's big. That's a good thing. Now, one thing that is very interesting with the Redzone stages now, as far as these new ones, I haven't went back on one of the old ones yet, but as far as these new ones, from what I've heard, they are a tad bit harder as far as like they're actually like tanking a little bit more, sealing you up, locking your slot position, got a tad bit more HP and attack. Like I don't know, like something definitely seems different because I have not been able to beat this stage with a superclass team setup yet. I've literally been only been able to get this done with an extreme team. All right, so now we're going up against Nappa. Raditz is finally out of the way. Yeah, these new screens are fire, dude. Yeah. So, like I was saying, you can see with the orbs, is looking very, very colorful. Like, it reminds me of like night lights at like a festival or like a, amusement park or something like that. It's definitely like a cool vibe that they put in as far as the orbs. And that's what I was saying. That little spark right there. Watch when you see the orbs connect. See, that's definitely different. We didn't have that in the game before. And then even as far as these effects, the animations they look a tad bit better as far as like being more fluid with the background and stuff, because the background does move, but being that we're in this domain right now, we're not seeing that effect. But whatever challenge event or stage that you're fighting, whatever it is, you're gonna see the background actually move a tad bit. Let me see. Yes, sir. How much damage is ECA Tech Broly gonna deal? That's the big question. Was that 25 mil? I think it was. Yeah. That man is evil. Yes, sir. Get that work done. Got that new KO screen. That looks a hell of a lot better, bro. One thing to understand, okay, this Vegeta stage is going to be a tad bit difficult because he can lock you up. So do keep that in mind, folks, once you get to this stage. I don't think it's locking you up, but as far as like sealing your supers, I think he can seal something on this stage. But when we take a look at the characters, you know, kit and everything, not too much has changed as far as the character details screen. But once you see the active skill, the passive skill will be a hell of a lot different. The active skill is pretty much the same. Now, when we take a look at these passive skills now, they are a hell of a lot easier to read. Beforehand, you had this whole entire paragraph, this essay that you had to go through, point out what the character really does. But with these bullet points, we can basically see everything that the character does stat-wise. So basically, we can go through the passives a lot faster, you know, just as far as looking through them. You know, for content creators, this is going to be, you know, game-changing as far as, you know, just getting through information a lot faster and not having to, you know, restart at key points within a paragraph and try to point out stuff. This makes it a lot easier for characters, for us to read characters that have huge passive skills, you know. So this is just amazing. The fact that we can now do that is just game-changing, dude. Especially if you've been playing Dokkan for as long as me, or you've been playing a little bit longer, is, you know, just a lot has changed. Now, I'm pretty sure that was the same, but as you saw on that last screen, we can see, you know, guard and whatnot, so. Alright, we got Broly's active now in play. I'm probably just going to leave them how they are right now. Because with this domain up, Imp Broly can still tank attacks and, you know, when you put him in slot 1. When this domain is not up, that's when it's a little bit questionable. That's pretty much the only thing. But we should have this in the bag. Now this super right here, this is initially what was killing my superclass team like half of the time. I would have to have some lucky ass RNG to have, you know, somebody in slot 1 that can actually tank that super or dodge it. But, you know, like I said with Broly, when you have a certain character in slot 1 that is just automatically a tank, that's when you can really get through the stage, you know, a lot faster and a lot easier. Come on, Broly. No. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if these animations are faster in the sped up version. I don't know. To me, like I said earlier, it seems like it's sped up just a smidge, just a tiny smidge, not even like a full second. You know what I mean? Like a very small difference, very, very minuscule. Janemba doing a job. Even though Janemba is type disadvantaged, I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. Janemba is going to age like fine wine when we get into 2025, bro. Like deeper into 2025. He's going to be a very good character. Now, you can go to the items owned on this certain screen, Why they allow you to do that in the middle of a fight, I'm not too sure. But you can basically view and see everything that you have, medals wise, trading items, trading fields and stuff like that, or training areas. So you can basically see all that too. And then you can see the attacks and whatnot that is passed. Um, Now that little passive screen right there, some people are kind of complaining about that, being that that does kind of mess up the sync with the OST music. Okay, so we got that 8 million damage from activating the domain. Oh, let me see. Probably leave it exactly like this. And that's another thing too, as far as Aunt Broly and his domain, and really just a lot of the recent characters that came out with domain effects. A lot of people are kind of concerned on whether or not they're going to age well in 2025, because you know, as we know, characters with domains and just very heavy limitations or restrictions, excuse me, on like their transforming and whatnot, it kind of just holds like a hindrance to them. And then we have the power creep that hits us. So it's like those characters kind of fade out a little bit quickly. You know what I mean? If it seems like something is kind of slowing them down with the power creep coming up to us. Let me see. Broly's not going to do that much. I wish I had some more orbs for him this turn, but it is what it is. Sell Max though, I know he's gonna deal a good chunk of damage. I do just miss, you know, I miss playing with Broly a lot more, cause that man, he be supering like crazy, bro. His additional supers are crazy. That man is a tank. I was about to say, I thought we had another one, bro. All right, so Max going in with 23 million. Let's go. Let's see. Cell Max is a monster. Yep. Go ahead and finish it off. Damn it. So Easy Tech Broly is finally transformed. And we'll go ahead and get his active, you know, proc, so we can have that syncing up, you know, with the rest of the future rotations. All right, now do that. Get those orbs and give that to Broly. Yeah, this is where the supers were sealed. I'm pretty sure. Like once you're in this stage for a little while, your supers get sealed on like one of your turns. That's why Broly isn't doing any super attacks right now. But it doesn't slow your boy down. Well, let me see. Grade A Vegeta. This is definitely going to be the hardest stage. Of course, you know, the last stage. But as far as like as far as like one of the hardest red zones out there, it definitely has a little challenge on it. Because, like I said, I still haven't been able to take this guy out, take this event out with a superclass team. Let's go ahead and do Janemba's active though, because I do want to get that procced up. So Janemba, he's gonna be good for this stage because he's gonna give us chances to take super attacks and, you know, just kind of go in without having to have, you know, regrets. So that's the whole point of putting Janemba on the team and why he's still a top character right now. That Easy A made this man insane. Right, so we get all those orbs. That first attack, and then pretty much it is what it is with these other orbs. I wish we had more physical orbs, but You know, it's the RNG of the game, folks. Now, with these new updates that have come into the game, I already know there's still going to be people out there who, still want to find something to complain about. They're still going to have something about the game that they don't like, blah, 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 blah. It is what it is, man. We're going to see and hear about that to the death of all gotcha games. Somebody out there is going to have a problem. Excuse me. Let's go, Janimbo. I still don't understand to this day why that sword crumbles up in his hand. Like, what was the point of that, bro? Now, one thing I do want to talk about before this video ends are the auras. You can see the auras, how I was switching back earlier before we did Janimba's active. You can see the auras with the characters are now kind of like more rambunctious, a little bit. I totally funked saying that word. But you can just definitely tell like the differences between the auras. The thing is, not every character is going to have, something standing out about their auras. Some characters are pretty much the same. I feel like some characters lost their aura because, like Broly, for example, he doesn't have an aura. This Broly does, but the Z Broly doesn't. And I'm pretty sure if you play with a couple other versions of the Z Broly, they probably do have aura, but this one doesn't. And I feel like that's because when you watch Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super, on in between scenes when the characters are fighting, sometimes you'll see the aura actually like flexed up. They're powering up, they're flying or something, or it's like the first few like sparring punches of the fight, the aura is ignited. But then you can tell on certain scenes when the aura actually dies down, it's more, relaxed, and it's more really just showing the whole hair color of, the Saiyan image and whatnot. So I feel like that could be something that they're playing off of, with some characters having the aura and some characters not having it. So let's go ahead and get Cell Max slot 3 and get that active going. He's type disadvantage, so okay. Type disadvantage, but we still dealt 15 worth of damage. That was still pretty good. I like to see that. Now, I do end up using the Sensu Beam because I've went through this stage before with the Superclass team, and things did not go good. Things did not go well at all, bro. Like, it was terrible. Like, I feel like that was because I didn't activate a Whis or a Sensu as to why I was so close with one of those Superclass teams, but then just bombed it. Broly's gonna do stupid damage, bro. 28 mil. Yes, sir. And no domain is up either right now, so we're just going straight, just like raw power right now. It's still taking these hits. Even though he was stunned, yeah. Grade A Vegeta was stunned, so that helped us a hell of a lot on this stage, too. Yes, sir. Now, I do believe Broly has his chance. Yeah, Super Broly. He's finally getting his little redemption arc, starting out 2025 strong with the transforming, getting that domain up. Now you guys will see how, these Broly characters, these other new Broly characters are now going to act, and put up these numbers in this older domain. Yes, sir. Now, we're probably not gonna see like a whole lot, because once this new transform Broly, once he gets on the road and he starts with these supers, bro, it's almost like trying to hold a dog back. He trying to hold a huge ass dog back on the leash, and he just keeps pulling. Like there's just no stopping him, bro. Like now that he's in this state, he's gonna keep supering like crazy. It's just insane. I feel like that's really the only thing. Like you do, if anything, you would probably have to put a tad bit of defense in this man's kit. But if it's not defense, then go ahead and put dodge. Like if you already have defense on this man's kit, then I would highly suggest putting dodge in there. But it's funny because I have dodge on my N Broly, and I feel like N Broly dodges a lot more than this AGL Broly. It's crazy. And I feel like I have more dodge on the AGL Broly. Like that's what I'm saying. It's pretty crazy. But that man still delivers, you know. As long as he has a solid supporting team, this Broly, I don't see him falling off just like that easily. You know what I mean? When it comes to, you know, conversational picks, he is definitely probably not still in like the top 10 as far as like tier lists and stuff, but y'all get the drift. He's not one of like the fodder LRs of the game. You know what I mean? Like other characters are. And we have M Broly wrapping it up for us. Yes, sir. Got that smooth KO screen. You know what I'm saying? Now, the thing is, with us finishing challenge events now, we are no longer going to be on that blue and green matrix screen. We are now going to be on the actual background screen now with the new loading. So this is now going to be the, you know, the face of Dokkan as far as like when we get stuff done. We will now see the ending screen on the actual screen of like wherever the battle took place. So I do like that new feature. Let me know down in the comments though what you guys think about the new update in Dokkan Battle 2, quote unquote. You know, what everybody's calling it and everything. But I definitely like what they have added into the game as far as updates. A lot of things are easier for people. You know, and that's something that we all just have to take in at our own speed. But let me know down in the comments what you guys think, and I will see you guys in the next Dokkan Battle video. You guys stay safe out there, and peace.